And here we are. We now have a third day in a row of severe activity warranting a live stream. Welcome back for those who have just joined. I've been taking a look at a few cells. There is a rotating thunderstorm headed right for Charlotte. I don't know how I'm supposed to... I don't know what's going to happen with that. Quite frankly, what's concerning me the most is this. It's headed right for Spartanburg and has a very fine cluster right here of strong rotating winds that are hitting 100 up here and 100 back here. And I really, really hope that is not a confirmed tornado on the ground. But that's headed right for Spartanburg. We have another rotating thunderstorm right here that's also headed for Charlotte. We hope that this dodges north. We do not want to see the tornado warning for this that was in effect is gone out of effect. We do not want to see any type of rotating storm going into Charlotte. We take a look at the reflectivity. Charlotte's going to get clipped with the bottom half of it, really. But regardless, it's still a rotating storm and could drop a tornado at any time. We got a new tornado warning out for the following areas: southeastern Cleveland County in the Piedmont of North Carolina, southwestern Glaston County in the Piedmont of North Carolina, northwestern York County in upstate South Carolina, northeastern Cherokee County in upstate South Carolina until 10:15. This storm is capable of producing a tornado. This storm has produced a tornado earlier. What I'm concerned about as well... Velocity. Hello. Thank you. The fine cluster of strong winds right there, even though it's just going one direction, it doesn't take two to tango for tornadoes. Tornadoes only really need one strong direction of rotation for it to go all around in the whole loop. This one in Spartanburg is new as well. Realistically, though, we're talking about this missing Charlotte, but this one going right for Charlotte. So this one is tornado warned and needs to be kept an eye on. Clover, Lake Wiley, Charlotte, Mint Hill, be on the lookout for a storm that can drop a tornado at any time. So I did not expect something like this to happen tonight. Quite frankly, tonight hasn't been that bad in terms of storms. This is what I'm concerned about. This is why I really started this. We got two tornado warning cells right behind it. What's in store for Charlotte? So that's really just why I wanted to get these out. Just on the hope that nothing goes on. So this is still rotating. This is not as strong on the back end, but again, does not take two to tango. It only really needs one strong side of rotation to get spinning. If we take a look at a different radar here, which one are we looking at? We're looking at KCAE. Let's look at KGSP. Yeah. So you can see the two ends of rotation right here. There's a big boundary here, though, because you see the more... geez, that was a horrible drawing. The stronger areas of winds are right in here and right in here with a big gap in between. This is good news, because with that, the storms can't really come together, which would not allow it to drop a tornado, which is excellent news, because the last thing that people need in Charlotte is a tornado dropping on their heads. This is still a concern to me. I don't know what's going to happen with that. It looks like there's a little spot right in around here, maybe. So if you take a look at it, you see the little dip right there. That is an opening for, I'm going to get this out of the way. That is an opening for the other winds to funnel into it. And then when you funnel into it, you start to get a rotating storm, which is how tornadoes are made. So look at what the status is. It's still severe thunderstorm capable. There is 1 inch hail associated with this cell heading towards Clover Lake Wiley and Charlotte, so do be on the lookout for that. Thank you all for stopping by. Did not expect to have to do another stream tonight because I thought the weather was going to level out a little bit. But here we are, and there is now a tornado vortex signature associated with this cell. So, areas south of Cowpens, Hickory Grove, York, Sharon even, Smyrna. Be on the lookout for a tornado-warned cell headed right your way. Smyrna, you already have your own issues with a different warning, but that one's almost past. Clover, loaded gun warning, Lake Wiley, Charlotte, Mint Hill. So the hail associated with this is 1/2 inch, but we can go back to reflectivity. So what I'm concerned about is if you look at the density here, notice how there's a little bit of a hook here. That could be a debris ball. I hope to God that's not. I really hope that's not. So you can see, like, the concentrated areas. There's a little cup right in there. And wow, is this thing gonna completely miss Charlotte? It might completely miss Charlotte. Fantastic news, because we got another cell right on the way that's for sure about to hit them. So at least one of them is gonna miss. Great, 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 great news. These still both say severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado. In the meantime, we're going to go a little bit further north. We got a severe thunderstorm warning that may already be expired. When is this? Yes. So the severe thunderstorm warning here, until 10 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time for southeastern Caldwell County in North Carolina. 60-mile-an-hour wind gust and core size hail with this. If we look at it, yeah, 1/2 inch. That's really about the size of a quarter if you think about it, or if you look at it actually even. So we got a new tornado warning for this cell. So this cell has gone tornado warned at this point. Seems to have, yeah, so if you look at it here, it seems to have kind of started to cup around, which starts the rotation. That's clockwise, though. Regardless, let's take a look at the information for it. Tornado warning in effect from the National Weather Service in Greenville. Spartanburg has issued a tornado warning for central Caribous County in the Piedmont of North Carolina, central Mecklenburg County in the Piedmont of North Carolina until 10:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. At 9:53, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 4 miles northeast of uptown Charlotte, or over Hidden Valley, moving east. Moving east. at 45 miles an hour. Quarter-size hail associated with this cell, as said by the half-inch there. This cell does seem to have strengthened a little bit. As you can see now, it's starting to come together a little bit as it passes Charlotte. That's good news. This still seems to be sort of a straight line. This is rotating. I don't know if it'll become anything. This is a thing that we're going to need to watch. That's going to need to be paid attention to. Look at the reflectivity again. Yup, past Charlotte. Huh. Man. Considering we got another cell gunning right for Charlotte that is tornado warned, it's best that this one misses. Big yikes. Rated, the same part of the storm is non-stop creating tornado warnings and is starting to come towards my area. Where is your area? In the path of this, we got Harrisburg, Concord's probably going to miss, Mount Pleasant, New London, Richfield, Albemarle. We got 3 warning cells, so let's see if we can get a view of any of these. So you can definitely see this one spinning a little bit. I can't really tell this one's spinning. It looks like it's blowing up, but it doesn't look like it's spinning. This one just seems to be a straight line, big kaboom. Johnston County, I'm hoping it calms down before then. Not likely, unfortunately. Yeah, it's not likely that any of these cells are going to weaken. With that being said, it's not likely any of them will really become a big tornadic threat. We have a new frame here, so let's just go check. We could be talking about, yeah, we could be talking about a potential tornado right in here. That could be headed right, possibly hitting Mount Pleasant. But Albemarle, loaded gun warning for a storm that could potentially be on its way towards you, associated with a tornado. That thing has gone, which is good news. The severe thunderstorm warning for, whatever it was up here has been taken out of effect. For this cell, there's not even hail associated with it at this point. So we're looking at this big chunk. This is still rotating clockwise. I still don't understand why it's rotating clockwise. There's no signs of that happening anytime soon. Yeah, unfortunately not. So we just gotta keep a close eye on this, especially considering all of these cells have reproduced. Especially since coming in. All these cells have reproduced several times. So we just need to be careful and mindful of the warnings in place. If you guys are in a warned area or about to be in a warned area, take cover soon. Because I don't think it's necessary to take cover until a warning is placed. However, sometimes tornadoes spawn without warning. The ones in Mississippi, the EF4s in Mississippi, did not get a warning until they were at least 5 minutes underway. And my hand is freezing. Maybe if we're lucky, it will blow away all the coronavirus. My friend lives there. I hope he's safe right now. So, rated. Despite that, the thing is, these cells really don't have anything in the way of them. So if you think about it, cells really just we have the severe thunderstorm warning for these counties taken out of effect. If you really think about it, there are really no mountains in this area up front. I assume you're talking about the area, an area between Raleigh. So think about it. There's really nothing in the way that's stopping it from really rotating or getting stronger as it goes into Raleigh, because there's no real terrain change. Back here, if you were in Tennessee, you would have had the Smoky Mountains wherever they were. I've been to the Smoky Mountains. It's a gorgeous place. Somewhere in here, I think, which would have slowed down the storms, which is why these areas don't usually see a lot of severe activity. But what you're talking about here, there's really nothing in the way to stop it, which is why I'm very concerned about these going forward. This is starting to become a thing just to the east of Clover. I'm still very concerned about it. It's very hard to tell. It's past Charlotte, which is big thing. Let's see what reflectivity has to say about it. There's really nothing coming to the ground with this cell. There's a lot with this one, but not as much with this one. What's the hail? 1 inch hail. Yikes. Let me check. No, that's not what I wanted to click. Why did I click that? Composite reflect. It's still pretty wet at the base of it. Thank God none of this happens in New Jersey. Here's the thing. We've been fairly lucky up to this point. But especially as we go into the summer and storms start to pop up more frequently. Storms start to pop up more frequently. They're going to occasionally just blow up in Pennsylvania or something like that where it's flat. And those will sweep into New Jersey. We have had several severe warnings. And we had a few cells like this that were rotating that went right over us. Let's just get back to velocity when I'm reading chat. So something I'm noticing, these two cells are taking a very similar wind structure. Straight line and sort of entangled in each other. Which is concerning, because when they're entangled in each other, they become rotating, which leads to tornadoes. Talking about the area right south of Raleigh. We're talking about just the south of Raleigh. Also, yeah, that's kind of... You might be in for it, especially considering the fact that this seems to be getting stronger by the minute. You all might be under a tornado warning soon enough. I don't know how long I'm going to track this tonight. I'll track it for a good long time. But the county right under Raleigh. So, one of these two. If you're talking about a county under Raleigh, then you might miss. It's really hard to tell as of now, because as you can see with the track, it seems to be very indecisive about going north or south or north or south. we really have to see it as time goes along. I'll be here to cover it. I'm just concerned about this cell strengthening before it hits Charlotte. With the town called Smithfield. This one? It depends. Are you on the northern or southern part of it? Because the northern part of it will get hit as it passes by Raleigh. Northern part will most likely get hit with it as it passes by Raleigh. Southern part, we're not sure, but the northern part, maybe. Just south of Smithfield. You'll probably miss the brunt of it. Oh, Jesus. You'll probably miss the brunt of it, quite frankly. You'll probably still get some rain, but I think you guys will miss most of it. Got a shrunken tornado warning, excuse me, for now. For now, just southwestern Gaston and north central York. Got a tornado vortex signature right in here. There might be something right in there. That's very suspicious, and that could be an issue. None of the storms in the last few days have dropped tornadoes from what I've seen, which is excellent news. But when you get these lows that travel from southwestern United States and sweep through you, we usually see a lot of severe activity going around in here, and we're not seeing much of anything. Which is excellent news because we had way too much. Just kind of surprised. That's very confusing. I need a second look. Please tell me that radar hits it. Yeah, it does. It's not very helpful, though, especially considering how it's on the outside of it. This storm is very rotating. What's the verb for rotating? This is what I'm going to think about for the next 20 minutes. What's the verb for rotating? Okay, thanks. I'll look in the news to see if it starts out in my area. Yeah. And yet I got snow today. Welcome to 2020, everyone, where climate change is a thing and fluctuating temperatures are ridiculous. Absolutely bonkers. That concerns me. Yep, new tornado warning. This includes Charlotte, so be on the lookout for that. The cell will likely go right towards Charlotte. I'm going to get a different look on radar. So, this cell still seems to be rotating. It seems to be kind of straight line, which is good news. This cell seems to also be on a little bit of a weakening trend. As you see, the other side of the winds is very weak. The spotty area that has a different sort of rotation is getting smaller and weaker, so that's good news. We're going to have to see, though, because it can always get stronger, and we've seen it get stronger. This spot right in there has me concerned. It is a tornado vortex signature, so whoever lives right in that spot is a very, very, very lucky to not be in a tornado warning right now. What I don't understand is why the National Weather Service puts out warnings for places so far to the north of it. Because this cell's doing a beeline east. Why is Mount Holly in it? Do not want to open Twitter. Take aerated. The only person I know that can handle the tornado is Pico's. His name is Pico's Head. Yeah, he's absolutely insane. I watched his video from the Mississippi tornado, and then he caught one literally like 200 feet in front of him. It literally dropped on his head. Ow. 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 Okay. New frame. The other side of the cell seems to be weakening as well. But we still got some winds in that direction. So, like, can we not, please? That would be much appreciated. I think the cell's starting to die. It may... It's been kind of straight line the whole time. We also have a new tornado warning for the following areas in South Carolina: Western York County in upstate South Carolina, Cherokee County in upstate South Carolina, North Central Union County in upstate South Carolina. This storm seems to be poking out a little bit, which is a concern. I think this spot, if some bidirectional winds get caught in it, it could start rotating and become a tornado. So that's something to watch. Going right for Newport. What is this? It's... now I'm concerned. Because with the looks of it, if something's rotating right in here, obviously it's rotating. What am I saying? Is something... That might be a funnel cloud, just to the north and east of Harrisburg. To the very just north and east of Harrisburg, like a mile. So, quite frankly, Mount Pleasant, New London, take cover now. You could have a tornado-warned storm headed right for your way. The small warning got taken out. I love when this happens, when you have 4 tornado warnings and only 1 severe thunderstorm warning. I know you guys can't see all of the warnings, but there's 4 tornado warnings and a single severe thunderstorm warning that's about to get canceled. Oh boy, that's very bad. So we got a strong sign of rotation right here going just to the northeast of Harrisburg, headed right for Mount Pleasant in North Carolina. If we take a look at the correlation coefficient, then it looks like a big pile of mush, which doesn't really help me in trying to determine a tornado. If one's on the ground, that sucks. That's interesting. Okay. Enhanced echo tone. Doesn't make a ton of sense to me. Yeah, this is a very dangerous spot of rotation to the northeast of Harrisburg. We're looking right around here. I'm actually going to put out a tweet for this, so please just give me a couple seconds here. We are, please follow me on Twitter at MJFold54 if you guys do happen to have Twitter. I usually post a lot about that. Don't ever come around here in Michigan. Only 80 degrees one day, snow next morning. You know, that reminds me a lot of Denver, Colorado, actually. It's very, very bipolar. Mother Nature's very bipolar up there. Potential tornado just to the north and east of Harrisburg. In North Carolina. Take cover immediately if in Mount Pleasant. Yeah. I can't spell when I'm trying to. You now only have 3. That's out. This is still very strong and very dangerous. We have 3 tornado warnings and that's it. I don't know how I feel about that. Got 3 fairly strong cells. I don't know why they aren't severe warned. This concerns me, because that is a very strong signature of a tornado if we're just looking at reflectivity on its own. This, why does that look clockwise? Why does that look clockwise? This could... New frame, and now it identifies it as spinning, which is not good news. This is also identified as rotating. This is not yet. This only has 1 1/4 inch hail associated with this. So does F6. TO and F6 have fairly big hail associated with them. This is scary. That's really scary because this seems to be... That's also kind of scary. Let me take a look at this. Yeah, it seems to be getting stronger now. Just as it passed Harrisburg, it seems to be getting very strong at this point. Gotta go on reflectivity. Oh my god. I did not expect to be doing coverage for the 3rd night in a row. First night I did it was absolutely bonkers. The 23rd was kind of ridiculous. These things went through Florida. This is confusing. Very confusing. This one expires in 25 minutes yet. This one expires in 10, and this one 25. Quite frankly, I think this cell is moving faster than the warning has anticipated. But I don't know. Ugh. What I'm actually going to do real quick, please just give me a second. I'm going through OBS. I'm just going to do a couple of things. I'm going to do that. For the sake of the visuals up top here, I just want you guys to be able to see that easier. So I'm just moving my face cam down to the bottom where the rest of the open dead area is. I apologize if that was annoying you guys. Now, what? That's bad. That's very bad. That's very bad, and that looks like it's rotating counterclockwise too. That's very dangerous. I can't see because of the errors on radar. Screw this. I hate that. I'm just gonna go back to KGSP because that's just the easiest thing for me. I'm just gonna go back a frame or two, so I'm just gonna assume that it had almost the same structure as of right now. It looks like it could be splitting up as it heads to Mount Pleasant, but that's very annoying that I can't see that. So this cell headed right for Charlotte seems to be on a little bit of a weakening trend as it strengthened. This seems that Charlotte will not get clipped with the big rotating spot here. We take a look at it, the rotating spot's kind of down here. And the storm is, and the rest of it is supposed to miss top. This is supposed to kind of go this way. So Charlotte will get this stuff, and take a look at reflectivity. It's just a fat ton of precipitation. No real rotation. So even if we can look on radar, there's evident rotation here. There's nothing going on here in the center of it. I am very tired, but this is the best I can do to help the people affected by all of this. I almost got very confused there for a second. Alright. That's pissing me off. The fact that I can't see that. That's concerning me. Especially considering the weaker parts of this rotation are up here. The stronger parts are down here. Therefore they would rotate. And these would rotate. And tornado. This could also start to be rotating as well. We were looking at it here. We got a new tornado warning in effect for this cell. This cell has not gotten a new warning yet. We got a new tornado warning in effect for the following areas in North Carolina. The National Weather Service in Greenville, Spartanburg has issued a tornado warning for southwestern Caribous County in the Piedmont of North Carolina, southern Mecklenburg County in the Piedmont of North Carolina, north central Union County in the Piedmont of North Carolina until 10:45. So I'm going to be here until at least 10:45. Get excited about that. Oh, God. I should really take Georgia out of the title. because we're not doing any coverage for Georgia. Everything is long past Georgia at this point. Everything's in South Carolina. In fact, let's just do that. Okay. And there we go. Wow, we can't. Oh man, it seems to be pushing these winds, which could end up making it rotate. That's bad. That's very bad. One little area is in 3 tornado warnings. This is bad too. So these seem to have connected. This could be a funnel cloud at the moment that could be starting to rotate. This seems to be pushing, as you can see. If you pause it, it seems to be pushing through, which would cause this to go under it, which in turn would make a spinny thing, which is a tornado. I'm going to be here for a very long time tonight. From the looks of this, it's still rotating. I don't know if it's going to get a new warning. This is the main concern at the moment. But yeah, that could be a tornado right there. That's a very strong hook. Just on radar, if we take a look at the correlation coefficient. Yeah, I think that could be a thing. It's a little less dense, but it's still dense, and it's showing a big hook right here in key with all the other storms. And not much else going on around here because there's nothing going on. So this, right in here or something like that, could be a tornado that we're talking about. I gotta watch for a severe threat in my hometown tomorrow. My hands are not freezing anymore, which is cool. Ow. Ow. Oh my god. Is that a debris ball? Finally, the smarties at the National Weather Service in Greenville, Spartanburg, has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Caribous County, the Piedmont of North Carolina, southeastern Rowan County, in the Piedmont of North Carolina, until 11:15 p.m. At 10:26 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located 7 miles east of downtown Concord or near Mount Pleasant, moving east at 45. 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts, core-size hail associated with the storm. So we could be talking about this cell. We could be talking about this cell. This thing still seems to be rotating. And thing is, with velocity at the moment, I can't tell. Maybe rotating down here. It's hard to tell because of the purple. I gotta check something real quick. We also got a new severe thunderstorm warning for something completely other than what we're talking about. This is for the incoming cells just to the south of Waxhaw, to a very south of Weddington, going right towards Oakborough, Albemarle, Baden, Norwood. What we are looking at. The National Weather Service in Raleigh has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for southern Davids County in central Florida, Stanley County in central North Carolina. Why did I say Florida? Chat, why did I say Florida? Okay. 60-mile-an-hour gusts and quarter-size hail associated with the storm. Zero confirmed about to hit Mint Hill. Tornado, I assume. There's nothing confirmed at the moment. If there was something confirmed, there would be something in the warning saying there's something confirmed. I am very confident that there's something in these storms, because we have the little drop hook thing here and drop hook thing here, and that's a very evident sign of a tornado. Mint Hill. I'm going to try not be absolutely blind to a location like I was the last time. Mint Hill. It could be headed right for Mint Hill, actually. If it continues on eastern trend, it doesn't go north, we could be talking about a very dangerous situation. But looks like it's weakened a bit. I don't think it's a tornado on the ground, but there's still chances for strengthening, especially in your spot. And this is weakened. Excellent news! Okay, so the cell to just near Mount Pleasant has weakened. As you can see, there's no real green signature, which means that the rotation has really stopped. Well, not stopped, but slowed. This is a developing situation. I'll get to that in a second. These are not spinning at all. Good. Don't need to worry about those. This is still spinning. So, Mint Hill, yes, be on the lookout. Be ready to get in your shelter. You should be in your shelter already, actually, technically. Thank you for saying this, UWS. I appreciate that. Yeah, just trying to do my part. This is what I want to go into when I go to college anyway, so might as well get a jump on it, eh? I'm not Canadian. Yep. Mint Hill, actually, yes. Shelter, now, immediately. Stronger rotation with the latest frame right in here. Could be talking about a rotating thunderstorm, which could drop a tornado at any time, and it's going basically right for Mint Hill, as its eastern trajectory shows. I said trajectory right for the first time. For the first time. Like, I'm just gonna shut up. I don't make sense. What is this? New tornado warning for... No, I did not want to draw. New tornado warning for this cell. Yeah, this developing cell. So, as we can see right there, it's still rotating just north to the east in Sharon, to the south and west of York, west of Newport, Fort Mill, India Hook. Be on the lookout. We have a rotating thunderstorm right on the way, which could turn into tornado. Yeah. Chat, why do I not know how to talk? Which could turn into Jesus! Which could turn into a... I'm gonna shut up now. You guys know what I'm talking about. I'm just gonna shut up. Is there a possible tornado for North Carolina Concord? Trying to see if it's under a warning. Yeah, something I wanted to point out right in here. Tornadoes are extremely difficult to see and confirm at night. Do not wait to see or hear the tornado. Take cover now. Do not wait until you can see it, because you won't be able to see it because it's the dead of night. Unless there's a lot of lightning going on, you won't be able to see it or confirm it, because the regular human eye, the untrained human eye, cannot see tornadoes that easily. Just looks like another cloud. Why can't I speak? It's very annoying. Oh, this is an update. At 10:12 p.m. Central or Eastern, another severe thunderstorm with a possible tornado was moving into the southwestern part of Mecklenburg County. Take cover if you're in those areas. I am looking at ridiculous tweets that I don't even... Why am I following so many idiots on Twitter? Sorry. Just very confused at the moment. At the moment. Sorry, I just tapped my mic there too. Not even wearing my headphones, but I don't care because they hurt my ears. And why did I open Twitter on my PC? I have it on my phone. There is, yes, I think there is. I believe so, yeah. Take your time, you're doing just fine. Slow down your speech, you are straight. Yeah, well... Meet me. I try too hard sometimes. So these are the severe thunderstorm warnings. What is this? Why is... Does it think that cell's gonna clip it? Because it's going to the north and east. So Charlotte's out in the clear now. This looks very concerning still. I see why it's still under tornado warning. Are those 3 warnings? 1. No, this is 1 more. There's Chapel Hill. I know Chapel Hill. I've been to Chapel Hill. I'm just trying to see if I can... there could be something in there. Do you know what the wind speed is? A wind speed of any tornado is strong, first of all. Second of all, the gusts are 60. The sustained are probably 30, 20, 30, or 40, whatever. Get off Twitter right now. But likely the sustained winds are 20, 30, 40, gusts of 60, and then obviously the hail will hurt. Actually, we can go to hydrometer classification. There is giant hail associated with this, with these storms, just to the east or west of Richfield. You have the cell that could be dropping a tornado here, to the east of Richfield. So currently we are sitting on... Yeah, gotta love it. Is it actually snowing? I can't tell if it's an error or not, because in the chat, there was someone that said it snowed. There's wet snow, dry snow, ice crystals, Grapple, what the hell is grapple? Hang on. I don't even know that. I'm going to search that up real quick, actually. China Grove, North Carolina. Chores and Illinois. I only really use it for... I only use it for my sports. Like, I was using it to follow the NFL draft today. And I use it for... I have a bunch of good people that I know on WX Twitter that I stay in touch with every so often. So it's just really for purposes of this and for my sports teams, because I'm in the New York City metro area. We're all about sports. We miss it very much. Yeah, what in the hell is grapple? Hail. Soft hail. Basically sleet hail. Sleety hail. Tornado vortex signature indicated actually. I gotta go back to velocity because it's... I don't see anything in this. This is still going strong. This is likely something. What was the thing that... This one. This one. Which one? There's two that expire in 3 minutes. I think it's this one, because this is only 2 counties. This one extends into a different county. So, yeah, like the thunderstorm, or the thunderstorm. My camera's also adjusted very far down. Let's just fix that. Like the warning said, like the message said, we're talking about a possible tornado, right? We're talking about a possible tornado right in here, just to the south and east, north and west of Mint Hill. We're talking about that, moving directly east, so Mint Hill will likely miss it just to the north. We take a look at our distance tool. Maybe by 2 miles, you guys will miss. Likely 1. Grapple is kind of hard to explain, but all I know is it sticks easy and is very wet. I've seen some videos, especially from Pico Sank, where he's had to drive through it. It's basically like snow. When it gets on the roads and a lot of it accumulates, it's basically like snow, which sucks. Ground in some areas of Charlotte, North Carolina are covered in hail. Yeah. Like the thingy said, the hydrometer classification said, there's no way that there's snow right behind this. I just don't believe that. That could be confused with the hail right now. Richfield loaded gun warning, you got some big hail coming your way. There's no way. But yeah, if we look through the frames, hail here, the red indicates hail and rain. The dark red is the dark red means large hail, and the yellow means giant hail. We got a new tornado warning for Cabarrus and Mecklenburg. I'll get to that in a second. But just going back in the frames, yeah, there was large hail going through Charlotte. So, we got a new tornado warning for the following areas in North Carolina. Southern Carapace County in the Piedmont of North Carolina, East Central Mecklenburg County in the Piedmont of North Carolina, till 11:15 p.m. So this is still going to be going strong for a while yet. I don't understand why this isn't warned. This cell is warned. I have a feeling that there is an actual tornado on the ground with this cell. Velocity, please. What radar am I looking at? That's why. Hello? Thank you. Jesus. Yeah, Mint Hill, you're very fortunate. Locust, Stanfield, Albemarle. I can't say that name. Albemarle, Baden. Take cover immediately. This is a likely strong tornado on the ground as the winds are going up into the hundreds. Excuse me. We've been live for an hour. How has it been an hour since... Big yikes. Big yikes. Right now is distracting. I'm north of Concord. What is my computer doing? Okay, there we go. That right in there. Right here, still rotating. I don't think it's a tornado, but the rotation is strong enough. I am almost convinced this is a tornado. This. Can we get any help from reflectivity or her? Definitely shows, there's definitely a sign of it. It's not very strong. Correlation coefficient, please. We do have a concentrated area of, whatever it is there. I'm not really sure what I should call it. Stay with it. You're helping people. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Because in the moment, that's almost the only thing I can do. As much as I want to go down there and storm chase and help people, it's got to wait a few more years. I'm really not old enough to do that yet. It's for college. It's Cabarrus County. Cabarrus County. Thank you for that. I did not know that. New severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Lancaster County in South Carolina. That doesn't help. Back to this. This, I have a feeling it's still going to go over tornado warning for a little bit longer. It does say it's rotating. 3/4 of an inch sized hail associated. I don't understand why the National Weather Service would put effort into putting this out when it's likely going to extend much further into Monroe, Wingate, Marshville. Why? That just doesn't make sense to me. This still seems to be a thing. This, these both still seem to be things. Again, it changed radars. I hate that. Stop. Tornado vortex signature just to the east of York, just to the west of India Hook. Get to that in a second. Quite frankly, I have a feeling that the only reason this isn't confirmed or updated by the National Weather Service is because that you can't see it. I think if usually they'd have webcams, train spotters who are reporting it, being able to tell them if there's a tornado on the ground or what's going on. I think because they don't have that, because they don't have the ability to see that, because it's almost 11 o'clock Eastern time, they gotta just... That's why I hate the fact that severe weather peaks at night. It's just that much more deadly. It's probably heavily rain-wrapped as well. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about as well. That's something else. Because if we look at the reflectivity, there's a strong band just in here. So if there's something going on around here, people can't see it that who are to the east and looking west. They're just looking at a big thing of rain. Big line of rain. Curtain of rain. That is scary. That is very scary. You don't see that regularly. Jeez. That velocity is telling me a whole different story. That does. Big yikes. I'm hardly going to be following this for a good hour. Again, I'll be here covering all of this until it starts to really die down. Quite frankly, though, I don't see that happening for a while yet. I really don't want to have to be live all night. I'll do it if I need to. But I hope it doesn't come down to that. Ow. Should have had a coffee. Ugh. I'm just going to mark this for my reference because I'm having trouble telling. What does velocity say about that? It's two different bands of rotation, and they're very close and compact. It's just a matter of time. It says it's... Oh, geez, that voice crack. It says it's two different cells, which, quite frankly, I wouldn't be surprised, but if they merge, I don't see that likely, because the tracks are there. Ugh, man. I hate the purple. So this severe thunderstorm warning got severely shrunk. For southeast Davidson, and eastern Stanley County. Yeah, it could likely be two different cells. It's just the fact that they're both they're rotating in different directions is what concerns me. We just gotta stay away from each other. Social distance, please. Looks like some of the storms are starting to get sucked into each other. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. Thank you for your hard work to help us who live in a straight line northeast of this. Get a coffee. Yeah, I will after this. I usually work late into the night, too, because I double as a sports journalist. So I gotta work on an article tonight, and assisting with the IT of the website that we have. So, yeah, I'll probably get a coffee after this, but not yet. I'm not gonna leave it yet. I'm not gonna leave in the middle of this. They better social distance, I swear. There's still a gap here. Get out of here, purple. Now, here's the thing. This is what I don't like, because when... tornadoes, I've seen time and time again, it really works either way, but they're more likely to form when one side of the wind is weaker and can get sucked in more easily. Because if you have two big clumps, like we saw earlier, like with this, they have a hard time getting sucked into each other, which would make it difficult to create rotating clouds and funnel clouds. But as we got here, it might be easier for them to get sucked into each other, which would make for tornado. It's a lot. It's a lot to think about in a handful. This is a thing, I think. The purple. I wish the cell didn't, or the thingy didn't. So now we got a peak of stronger wind here. Just to the south and west of Fort Mill. I'm gonna zoom out and then circle. Right in there. So I'm thinking if we look at reflectivity, they could be starting to merge. If you look at this, the density in colors is starting to change. Oddly two yeses for me. Near Gold Hill, now one near Tuckertown. Just gonna look up Gold Hill because I have a tendency of fail. Why are there two? You're right in here. That's a different radar. Where is that one? That's Roanoke? We can't see that. That's annoying. It's very annoying. Does this give us any better information about velocity, though? Because that's what I'm trying to get a grasp on at this moment in time. No, that really doesn't help. Because the rotating cell shows one wind direction. Like, that doesn't help. That's why that's more helpful. That seems to be hooking. Excuse me. Jeez. I'm gonna get out of here. There's now only one tornado warning for down here. We got a new severe thunderstorm warning for the following areas in North Carolina: northwestern Moore County in central North Carolina, southeastern Davidson County in central North Carolina, northern Anson County in central North Carolina, Montgomery County in central North Carolina, northwestern Richmond County in central North Carolina, Randolph County in central North Carolina, Stanley County in central North Carolina until midnight. So what we're looking at is, again, the wind gusts and the hail, but if it still rotates, then you got an issue. Why is this not tornado warned? That's an issue. And again, hard to tell because a frame ago, there was a little bit of a hook here, but now it's really difficult to tell. It's all kind of breaking up. What I know is that there's one side of the hook completed. There's one side here, and then this is not hooking with it, which is good news, because there's not much else in it. This isn't really rotating anymore, which is good news. There's only one tornado warning still in effect. Yeesh. Promise I don't have the coronavirus. This is still something to watch. I've never had 12 viewers on a live stream, so it's very different for me because I did this channel when I was younger, and at this point I've just kind of flipped it to weather because that's what I'm really interested in at this point. And page has started page has started to see a little bit of growth. Oh my god, that's in the way! What if we switch to... There's definitely a little rotation still in here, which may be associated with this. I can't see with this, though. And with this, it just shows it as a cell. That's not helpful. KDIX is down, and that's very annoying to me. Does this do anything for me? It shows that it's still rotating, so... And it shows that that is still a thing. We may see a new tornado warning, I think, for this spot. As if it's moving this way, if it's moving east-northeast, then I could see another warning going out for maybe an area around here. Tracking this stuff is my favorite thing to do. Yeah, it's quite frankly one of my favorite things to do when I have extra time. Well, it moved to my area. Where's your area again? Let me just scroll up in chat and see if I can find it. Downtown Concord? Yeah. Let me just check that. Still rotating. Oh, Concord's there. Yeah, it's just to the south of you guys. That's rotating right there. It just takes a little bit. That's all it takes. This doesn't seem to be rotating anymore, which is good news. Quite frankly, these storms have cycled, which is why I'm concerned. Concord's one of the major... Why could I... I'm not the smartest. Ow. Okay, now I can't lean back, which would throw off the camera angle. These have merged, but they don't look like they're rotating, so thank God for that. I could see this maybe going severe warned. Maybe a warning for just kind of on the outside of this. Just right up in there. Could see that. Doesn't seem like a very dangerous cell. But you never know at this point. Weather's just become so variable and so unpredictable. Especially over the last decade or so. Just the rules have changed. Metaphorically and literally, the rules have changed and started with the El Reno tornado. Hit 300 miles an hour. Was that line over Concord? Let me check. Over Concord, there's really nothing going on right now. You just got a little bit of rain and thunder. There's a different cell on its way. This has no hail associated with it, and no real winds either. This cell looks like it'll miss you guys. Just check its velocity for you. And then if we go over here. So we're talking about 40 mile an hour wind gusts, 35 mile an hour gusts, probably 20-ish sustained. It's not warranting a severe thunderstorm warning, but just got stronger in the next frame. It's not warranting a severe thunderstorm warning, but I think it'll be a thing. It'll be a thing. And the Mississippi tornado on the Easter outbreak was almost 2.3. It was 2.3. I saw... I'm starting to question my sources. So I saw less than 2. That may have been just a preliminary thing, but I saw less than 2. So 2.25. Yikes. And the problem with that one too was it was rain wrapped. It was very, very rain wrapped. I saw a video. I saw multiple actually. I just scrolling through like the live storm chasing YouTube channel. I was looking through that. They had a bunch of different clips from that. It was a rain wrapped mess, and that just made it even more deadly. So the tornado warning has been taken out of effect. We are now sitting with 5 severe thunderstorm warnings. And I'd like to take this moment in time to thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate guys just taking a moment to stop by. This is my 3rd live stream in 3 days. Quite frankly, I did not expect to be doing one tonight. But this popped up. There were 3 warnings when I decided to go live. Everything just started popping up. So I just said, no, why not? So here we are. Stream on the 23rd was neat. About to hit a minute, or an hour, 26 minutes. I'm just going to keep going. Keep doing this. Get excited, people. For the sake of thunderstorms. That's cool. Little eye right there. These look like they're still kind of rotating. This one kind of looks like it's digging into the other side of winds. This might still go warned. I'm gonna try and switch back. Yeah, this is still rotating. As you can see, with the one direction of winds like this and the other one like this, still rotating. We just hope they don't come together. That's still sort of rotating. It says it is. Meso strength 26. I mean, you got two different directions of wind. One here, one here. I just hope they don't come in contact with each other, because if they don't come in contact with each other, then we won't have issues. We also got a completely missed this one. I apologize. A new severe thunderstorm warning. Well, I'm like 15 minutes late on this one. Jeez. New severe thunderstorm warning for the following areas in North and South Carolina: southern Mecklenburg County in the Piedmont of North Carolina, Union County in the Piedmont of North Carolina, northeastern York County in upstate South Carolina. Same exact hazards as it's been all night. North Carolina is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get this time of year. 3 years ago, it snowed. So, I live in northeastern New Jersey, up near the close to New York State. And this is the first time in several years that we have not had... We didn't really have any snowstorm at all. We had occasional snow squalls and snow events, but we had no real snowstorm. And we didn't even have a March snowstorm we didn't even have a March snowstorm like we usually do. We usually always have a March snowstorm. So, it's different. Very different. It is 11:15 at night. Two warnings have expired. One in Cabarrus and Rowan, and the other one in Davidson and Stanley. We have other warnings in place. And then they reset, and it took us away from the radar we were on. Only two of these have rotation associated. So I'm just going to go back to that. That's really the only thing to keep an eye on. Ow. That's frustrating. Do none of these That's good enough. The line's basically there, but quite frankly, it's inaccurate in saying that. That's mean. Damn. Alright. Here in DC, we only get 0.6 inches of snow this year, averaging the whole year. And usually on the year average, we get 15. Yeah, there's usually a big nor'easter that just sweeps across everywhere in New England and towards the District of Columbia as well. It just brings a whole ton of snow, but we didn't have anything like that this year. It's been mostly rain. Ow. That's interesting. So it's definitely still rotating. If you guys take a look, you can see the hook. I did not see that a little while ago. There's definitely a hook there, so it's definitely still rotating. Just need to see what happens with it. I'm so stiff. Yeah, the hook is there too. There's just no opposing winds, which is good. What is going on here? Because, well, that warrants the severe thunderstorm warning. Their gust looks like hitting 100. Maybe not 100. Maybe 90, though. See, strong gusts associated with the thunderstorms near Marvin, Weddington, Wesley Chapel, Indian Trail, Lake Park, Hemby Bridge, Stallings, Matthews, Pineville, Fort Mill. Strong winds and gusts associated with those cells. Just be on the lookout. Man, there's 3 lines now, geez. If you're talking about 3 lines of storms, we got 5 here. 6. Just in this little spot. We got 1 right here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So at least the stronger ones. We definitely have more. There's 1 up here too. And also 1 up here that has hail associated. So yeah, we got a bunch of lines going on right now. But coffee's calling, but I must stay here. I'm not going to walk away from this. It's a very irresponsible thing to do. Lancaster. This warning at this point is basically invalid. Oh wow, a lot of severe activity going on here that's headed right for Lancaster County. Yikes. God, that's the 4th time this stream that I've opened Twitter. Get out of here. Okay. I need to move Twitter on my taskbar. I'll take care of that later. So, observations up to this point. First of all, this cell should get warned. It is fairly strong, heading for Wadesboro, Rockingham. Fairly strong cell with hail associated. 2, these cells have basically lost their rotation from what it looks like and are just splitting up to become wet, icy cells. Icy. These are still connected, which may or may not be a good thing. But this seems to be taking the trend with all the others breaking up. These have broken up. This seems to have lost its hook, which is good. Although it's still rotating, doesn't look like it's rotating as much. I might as well. So, we got a special marine warning for how am I supposed to say all this? Straits of Florida from Craig Key to west end of 7 Mile Bridge, 20 to 60 nautical miles out. Straits of Florida from Craig Key to west end 7 Mile Bridge out 20 nautical miles. Straits of Florida from Ocean Reef to Craig Key, 20 to 60 nautical miles out. Straits of Florida from Ocean Reef to Craig Key out 20 nautical miles. Strong thunderstorms located. There's wind gusts of 34 knots. I don't know what 34 times 1.15 is. I'm not going to do the calculations right now. Yeah. Strong cell. Woo. Dang it. How far do the thingies reach? It's not 140 or so miles, it looks like. Could I get everything in that? I don't trust that. I really don't. I really don't. Has these cells lost their severity with the hail? Because if they have, that's good news. Still hail associated with that. I think there's still hail associated with this, even though we can't see right here. How is rotation associated with this? No. I don't really see anything there. Something along here that should be watched. This has lost its rotation. That's lost its rotation. Yay, we might not be streaming until 2 a.m. And my hands are freezing again. I love allergies. I'm gonna get a second opinion. Nope, there's still hail with these. I was looking at the wrong radar. I'm just gonna stick with this one for now because it's showing everything. It's showing the hail, it's showing the rotation. There's 3 rotating cells now. The goal here is to not be on stream until 2 a.m. because I got work to do. for my journalism and for the website that I work for. Mm. Mm. So, these warnings both expire within the next 33 minutes, both at midnight. So, since we basically don't have anything going on at this current moment in time, I will be back in 2 minutes. I'm going to mute my mic and my webcam. I'm going to go use the bathroom because I've been sitting here for the past 2 hours. And... nah, I won't get coffee. I'll save that for later. Alright, I'll be right back. And we're back. We're getting confirmation that these cells have lost their hail. We go over here too. Now we can do it in this because it's in the boundary now. Great. Excellent. Love to see it. Alright. Just gonna slightly zoom out. Actually, zoom out a little bit more so I can fit this cell at the bottom in. Alright, so the cell seems to be rotating again just to the north, south, and east of Charlotte. There's a little thingy going on up there. Let me see. Purple. This could still be a thing. I hope it isn't, because, you know, people like to sleep. But I'm going to do what I have to. Just gonna... The biggest cell is still slowly moving into F-land, North Carolina. This one. Because this one, in my opinion, is the biggest one. This one's not as big. This one is not as big. These are weakening. This is the biggest, for sure. East, northeast at 34 knots. Why is it not? Are my settings for it to be knots? Because if that is, that's really frustrating. Miles per hour, please. I'll get the conversion right easily in my head someday. It's just the 1.15 is difficult when thinking about not rounded numbers, numbers that aren't rounded, unrounded numbers. Durham, Raleigh's there. For whoever's watching the stream, please let me know if you're getting a smooth experience no matter what resolution you're watching. I have it set to max at 1080, but if you guys are having a smooth audio and video experience, please let me know, because YouTube thinks that my stream health is not great, but doesn't appear bad. Smooth, your stream is working fine for me. Alright, excellent. Because YouTube says the video bitrate is not high enough. Is not very high. It seems fine. It looks fine on the playback. But this is, I still think this says hail. Stronger cells actually on a this stronger cell could be on a crash course with Durham. We'll have to see as time goes along. There's a likelihood that I will hop off stream before that, but I'm just gonna stick around for as long as I can before these stop with this severity, the severity levels down. Hail's still an inch with us? It's peaking at more than an inch in some spots. Okay, you know what? I'm tired of wondering about this. I'm gonna go to the Weather Channel right now. I'm gonna go to the website. Alabama, Salisbury. Chat, pick a place, that's highlighted in blue, because I want to see if it's actually snowing there. Saw lightning strike far out from the south. Yeah, probably. Wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, just someone pick a place. Snow is cool. I agree. I haven't gotten any of it this year from where I am, which is sad. Very, very sad. But it is what it is. Salisbury. Alright, Salisbury it is. Salisbury, North Carolina. I'm not going to show the web page. Yeah, it says strong storms, not snow. So, radar, thank you for the uncertainty. That's eventually incorrect. It snows in July in Canada. Well, in a bunch of different places. I've been up towards, see if I can pull it up. I've been up towards... If you guys know New Brunswick, I've been up there. I've been out towards Nova Scotia. I've also been very far up in Quebec, near Gaspé and Campbellton. I've been to Quebec City. I've been to Montreal. I want to go to Toronto. I really want to go to Toronto. I've not been there yet. It seems like an awesome city. That's a place that's on my bucket list. I think it's just picking up what's falling aloft. Probably. It's probably true. So... Oh, jeez. So... all of these cells at this point seem to be in a weakening trend. Yay! So... this is dying down. This is sort of close to what it was earlier. This is dying out. This is dying out. This is very, very slowly dying out. It's still a thing, but it's definitely dying out. I want to go live in Colorado. Same, actually. Actually, Denver is a place that I have highlighted for where I want to live. It's a hotspot for meteorology, and it seems like an awesome place. Like, the atmosphere seems incredible. So, someplace I want to visit for a long time or live at. Twitter, where's Twitter? Where did I put Twitter? There's Twitter. These This seems to be strengthening again. This seems to, like I said, just be holding its own there. And this is strengthening again. Why is everything strengthening again? They were weaker in the previous few frames. I swear when storms love strengthening over me. I feel you. Especially over the summer, since the spot that I live in, New Jersey, is past the mountains and the hilly areas. The storms usually tend to strengthen right before they hit me. So, I mean, for me, I love storms. I love severe activity, tropical activity. They're my bread and butter. But I kind of have a limit. I just don't want storms to be toppling trees and toppling power lines and giving people concussions. I love some good thunder, some really heavy rain, some wind, but not that much, and that's about it. Small hail's okay. I usually go outside and stand in the middle of thunderstorms. I nearly got hit by the Alamance County tornado during the Easter outbreak. Jeez. Yeah, I remember So, fun fact, I only had radar scope for my phone until a few days ago, until basically I literally just threw $30 at my mom and said, have fun with that, I'm buying radar scope for my laptop. Because it gets to a point where you're trying to analyze tornadoes on this, and that's what I tried to do with the Easter outbreak, where you're trying to analyze tornadoes with this. You're looking at a 5-inch screen, it started to strain on my eyes, so I just threw the money at her and bought this for my laptop. So, number one, now I can stream. Number two, it's much easier you have a much wider view than what you can get on a phone screen. Yay, weakening. Let's not do that. And that tornado outbreak was huge. It was too much. It was just too much. I think my guinea pig's waiting for me to feed him. Take care of that before I get my coffee. Yeah, so love to see this. They're on a weakening trend. The last few frames they were stronger, but they appear to have weakened at this point. Will likely not be severe warned for much longer of a time. The hail is still a thing. Just be smart about it. Don't go outside when there's ice raining from the sky. This is weakening a little bit. Still basically the same severity. This is weakening a lot. You'll love to see that. This died. And this is strengthening, which I'm not a fan of, quite frankly. And we have lost the special marine warning and the severe thunderstorm warning for these counties down here. So these have officially reached the status where it's done. And we're only left with one warning for another 13 minutes. So wait for that to expire, and then probably end the stream. It's been a good one. Appreciate you guys stopping by appreciate y'all just hanging out. 2 hours, 1 minute, 42 seconds as of right now. I just need... So at this point, I can close this because we only have one warning now out. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna slow the loop down a bit and get it looping. Just check chat for a while. Check the analytics. Man, I cannot wait until this is all over and the jet stream moves, because quite frankly, I love severe weather, but I'm getting quite tired of following it at this point. It's just been too much over too short of a period of time for my liking. I just hate to see this damaging of a storm, these damaging types of storms, rip through these areas so quickly with such a short amount of time in between. It's very difficult to watch when you know you can't do anything other than just speak to the people. It's weird. Well done stream so far. Thank you. Appreciate that. Well, got 11 minutes yet on this. I think they could, quite frankly, be taken out now. Obviously, the hail might just warn... The hail might be the reason they're still severe warned. Because they've hit a point. Unless there's something that I'm not seeing. Yeah, there was something I'm not seeing. They're still very moist at the... This is a much telling story, actually, with the severity of the storms. Most of them still have hail less than 1 inch. Yeah, that's why. That's why I think they're still under severe warning. Stop the loop, and they seem to have weakened a considerable bit. Yeah. I'm just gonna not do that. That's not what I'm gonna do. That's not what I wanted to do anyway. Hybrid hydrometer class? What's the difference? Yeah, there's one spot of hail and rain. There's nothing else here. There's stuff down here with this. Why is this cell not severe warned? It doesn't make sense. Uh-huh. Gotta say, I have very much enjoyed coming back to YouTube to stream. I always enjoy the interactions, and it's especially better now when we have the coronavirus situation and I can't see people. It's always good to be able to talk to people. So I do appreciate you all stopping by. It's been very, 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 very tough for me. My mental health really just declined and hit an all-time low as recently as a week ago or so. So stuff's really exciting for me. So this stuff is really what encourages me to keep going with my day, because I know that if I get up and do stuff, I'll eventually be able to see this at the end of the day. Again, disclaimer, I'm not saying severe storms are a good thing. What they are good for is they're a good learning experience for me. I always get to get good ideas of tracking them, and it's good to see different patterns. I'm just going to switch back to velocity for a hot second. Yeah, this isn't really rotating. Please do not tell me that this is going to go warned. Doesn't... I hope it's not. I hope it's just straight line. It looks, for the most part, straight line. Which is yay. Big yay. And there goes the severe warning for these areas in North Carolina. Oh, man. I remember hopping on earlier today. I saw like 5 tornado warnings at once. When I hopped on, there were 3. Now we have absolutely nothing, not even a special marine warning. And with that all being said, I'm going to end the stream here. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for staying around. If you guys did stick around, please leave a comment. Think about how I did. Also, if you did enjoy it, leave a like rating down below. Also, hit the subscribe button if you're going to want more streams. I'm likely going to have a lot more of these going on. Hopefully not as many now as the jet stream moves south and the lows stop developing as much. But, yeah, it is 11:56 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. I'm going to end it. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys in the next live stream. Take care. Peace out.